I'd like to thank you for the invitation to talk to you. I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but I'm really pleased to talk about why I think a sustainable development bill is really important for us in the third sector. You might think that's not unusual coming from an environmental organisation, and it is true. We have pushed for sustainable development to be at the top of the government's agenda for many years. That's because we believe there is a limit to the natural resources that are available on Earth, and increasing competition for them is really disadvantaging people around the globe as well as wildlife, etc. So it's really important for us that we try and find a different way forward. That's important in Wales because we have an opportunity to be a bit world leading here. Why is it important for us? Well, we already live in Wales. If everybody lived as we do, we would need another planet and a half to support us. That's clearly not a sustainable way forward. We can only live like that because many people in the world are poor and do not use a lot of resources. Obviously they have to develop, they have to have a better standard of life, and the same is true of poorer people in Wales. So there is an increasing demand for resources, and that's leading to an increase in cost, as you all know from your fuel bills, increasing prices of food. There is scarcity of water around the world, and there is competition for those resources. And really that has dire consequences globally, and really there is only one solution. We have to live in a different way, and that means we actually have to have a green economy. So sustainable development, although it may be based on the need for managing the environment sustainably, the actual solutions are all economic or social. After all, if we don't tackle these problems effectively, it's people in the third sector who are at the sharp end of dealing with the problems of fuel poverty, of ill health that may result from climate change and many of these competition for resources. So it's quite important for us that we think of the solutions, and the solution really is to have the economy and business operate in a totally different way. They must be very resource efficient, use far less energy, and reuse many of the natural resources that are in scarce supply. So I believe it's really important that we get involved in the opportunities to make a really good sustainable development bill. We need a fairer and more resilient society in Wales in the future, and therefore it's really important that the voice of the third sector is heard. We have to build that vision of what do we think is the right kind of society in the future, and we have to manage a transition from here into the future in a just way, in a way that doesn't really disadvantage people. Some of the concepts that you will hear about if you start looking into the debate are about environmental rights and environmental justice, particularly for the poor, who tend to be the people who pick up the worst environments, who live in the most polluted areas. So really important for us that somebody puts that voice across. There is a better way forward. We need to participate to tell the government what that is and what we want out of it. It's really important, I think, that you think of what are the consequences for you. What is a fairer, more prosperous and more environmentally sustainable Wales looking like, and how can you contribute to that debate?